Hey there, it's Lenny McGill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop here in Nashville, Tennessee. And you know what? Today we're going to introduce a new sight, a new iron sight that's really interesting and really unique and really different. So pay attention because this is one of those things where, you look at and people send this stuff all the time. And, it's been on my desk for a while and I kept thinking, well, it's kind of unusual. But, I played with it a little bit and I thought, wow, it does really have an interesting concept. It's almost like a peep sight on a handgun. Let me show it to you. It's called a dual picture sight. And if you look at it, what's really interesting, like I said, the rear sight in the dovetail here kind of has a peep sight type shape, kind of draws your eye into it, this little circle. Now, it's going to be hard to maybe see, but if you look down into the deal there, the center there, you can see that there's a standard front sight. If you notice, there's two separate ways to use this sight. If you line up the three dots, that's what they call your combat hold, the basically center mass hold. So that means the bullet's going to go where the center of the front sight is. But if you line up the top of the rear sight with the top of the front sight, that's more of a precision shot, and it's more of a 12 o'clock hold. So, after playing with these a little bit, the idea was, I went out to the range the other day and I was shooting, and most of the stuff I'd like to do is fast and is close, 7 to 10 yards max, and I like to go pop, 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 really fast. It's just the way I like to shoot. I do have some 50-yard targets, and I noticed that really I was basically, in that combat vision in the sight itself. And then I had the 50-yard target, and I thought, well, let me try this, this 12 o'clock deal. And it was really interesting because when you have a 50-yard target, the sights actually block out a lot of the target, especially if it's a smaller target. So I have a 12-inch plate there at 50 yards, and if I put center hold on it, I really wouldn't see the plate. The sight itself blocks it. So I went to that 12 o'clock hold where the actual plate sat on top of the front sight, and the front sight was lined up with the top of the rear sight, and lo and behold, it worked. Because I could see the target and I could place the sight exactly where I wanted to be. And that's the concept behind these combat or dual purpose or dual sight picture sights. The concept is that you have the ability to do fast, rapid shooting, and then for those longer shots, it gives you a reference point to line up and to see the target. Now, they are night sights, which is pretty normal nowadays. Everybody has got tritium inside. It's available in a couple different configurations. I showed you the first one was the orange or red front sight. This is a white front sight. I can give you another view here. Let's see, I'll line it up just like that. And I was actually shooting this gun the other day. It was a lot of fun. And I will tell you that they kind of are different. So that's one thing that's okay, wrap your head around it. Well, okay, why would I buy a different set of sights? Well, first of all, like I said, they're night sights, but it does give you that ability to do rapid, fast shooting, and that's what I like, because the circle, the peep in the rear there, when I put that front sight inside there, it just the mere fact of capturing it inside that circle, it seems to be a little easier in my mind, okay, than a post inside of a notch. And that's, I think, one of the advantages. And that's why you may want to consider these new sights. It's on sale this week here at the GlockStore. They are unique, they are different. They're standard night sights, that's for sure, but they have a twist, and that is that rear peep sight concept, which I really think that you'll enjoy. I enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep them on this gun. This is one of my range guns. I run around and shoot it a lot, have a lot of fun with it, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of accuracy with this as well. Again, when you're shooting those long distances, and if you're trying to do a combat hold, you put that front sight, and all of a sudden, some of those targets, you can't see the target because of the distance and the fact that the target is so far away and the sight is so big compared to it, in that field of view. So that 12 o'clock hold is a really neat feature, and it's something you should consider for your next purchase of sights. Of course, I am Lenny McGill. This is, of course, the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop here in Nashville. If you're ever in Nashville, I do invite you to come down. People come in all the time. And I love it. You know, and we take pictures, we shake hands. Had a couple in today from Massachusetts. They're here visiting, just, you know, vacationing in Nashville. And he said, this was on my list to come. And I did appreciate it. I do appreciate when people come in. So come in. We've got every Glock piece and part in stock. We've got every Glock magazine. You can build a custom gun here, have it shipped back to your house. You can shoot in the shooting ranges. And it's just a really cool store. And you get to meet me too. And I'll get to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you next time.